Hey everyone, welcome back to Where's Will's Manufactured Home Tours. Thank you for joining me here on the road as I travel the U.S. Today we're going to send it back out to Biloxi, Mississippi, where I took a great home tour of an awesome home by Timber Creek Housing. So let's get on out there and let me tell you all about it. We are back in beautiful Biloxi, Mississippi for the Biloxi Manufactured Home Show. And this home is just as beautiful as the day is today. This home is brought to you by Timber Creek Housing, which is a relatively new company in the manufactured housing space. And they are doing a fantastic job on their homes. These are gorgeous. What we're looking at today, everyone, is known as the Shoal Creek 3241, and it is a 3-bed, 2-bath that sits at 1,980 square feet. The dimensions of this home is 32 feet by 66 feet, and look at that exterior. I love that. Quick peek at the floor plan if you'd like to pause it, but stick around till the end and you can see that in its full glory. Look at this exterior. I love the shape, style, design, all the different textures, and I'm going to guesstimate that this home's going to go for about $210,000 on up. But hey, let's continue our home tour.
Where's Will?
So let's see what Timber Creek Housing has brought us today. Walking in, we've got 9-foot side walls, tape and texture throughout this home. And we open up right into a nice little foyer right there. You can do a lot with this area, looking pretty nice. Now we're going to go into the living room right here, take a look at it, and I am liking what I am seeing. Now the living room size, everybody, is 17 feet 10 inches by 14 feet 6 inches, and I love what they've done with that entertainment center. Now walking around, look at the lighting up there. That is a nice addition, a nice option. Now, if you haven't done so, do me a favor, hit that like button. It helps me out, helps this channel, helps these videos get out to more people. And if you haven't done so, hit that subscribe button. So then you'll be alerted to when a new home tour is posted. But back to this entertainment center. I love the electric fireplace right there underneath with that whole look, the black, the mantle, all of that. And this living room is a great size. Big natural windows. I like the molding choices on this. We have a textured ceiling, a lot of can lights, and hey, look at that backsplash. That's a nice little touch. Now we're going to go check out the dining room and kitchen right now. Now the dining room is 9 feet 5 inches by 10 feet 6 inches. And again, I like what they've done with the look of this home, the motif, the board and batten, the separation style wall there. I can't think of the name right now. If you know, put that down in the comments below. But look at that right there. And if you want to know more about this home, there's a link in the description below. Click on it. It'll take you directly to this floor plan. You can see the 3D tour, some photos, some videos, and most importantly, get that pricing from a retailer near you. Now, as we walk through there, I don't know if you noticed, but the microwave was actually underneath there. I like that. It's not front and center like, most places. Like I said, I like the faux brick backsplash there. We have a nice range hood on that stove. Look at that sink. We've got a 3/4 sink right there. Big island. It's like a lifted island. Again, I don't know what that name is. Could you tell me? Let me know. I like the choices of what they've done with the color scheme here, with the countertop. It goes well with the stainless steel dishwasher appliances, that 3/4 sink with a pull-down faucet. I love that. And now let's take a look inside these cupboards. Now, nice adjustable shelves. Nice real wood, looking nice, looking good. Even I like that light tone inside. Weirdly, big long drawers right there, drawer bank right beside your stove. That's pretty nice, and that's a glass top stove. And remember, all of these appliances come with the home when you order it. Now, the only thing you have to do is choose if you want the stainless steel, black or white appliances to go with the look that you want. But you have that dining room over there, but you also have this breakfast bar, if you want to call it that. But the island has seating for about 4, which is a nice touch. But check this out. Walking into this pantry, it's like a whole nother room. I love the built-in shelves. I love the quality of all the shelving around. You see 3 good shelves and then a built-in cabinet there. It's nice. Plenty of space, plenty of room back here. I think I read it at I think it was like 5 feet across or so. I could be wrong. Take a look at that floor plan at the end to see if I was right or not. Okay. And hey, you know what? While we're at it, what do you think about this home? Let me know what you think. Give me a 1 if it's like, meh. What are you doing this home tour, Will? Give me a 2 if it's standard, normal, cool beans. I like it. Give me a 3 if you like it, and maybe tell me why. And if you love it, give me a 4 and tell me more, because I'd love to hear your thoughts on these homes. But walking down this long hallway, again, I like what they've done with the aesthetics here. They have the wood trim all around the doors, the wood on top. But let's talk about the utility room here. Nice big size, spacious, plenty of room for your side-by-side right over there, of course. We just passed where that coat was hanging. That's where your water heater is. But check this out. If you got a puppy, this would make life easy for you. And I have 2 dogs. So my husky, I would love to just walk her in there, give her a nice bath, and walk right on outside. And if you watch the channel, you know I'm in an apartment. So that's just not fun. That would make it easy. And of course, this is an option. So check out those options. Check out this floor plan and see what you can do with it. And like I was saying, behind this coat thing right here, that is where your water heater is hiding. So I kind of like what they've done there. They don't have that protruding wall where you have to like use your, 1/4-inch driver and stuff. And then right next door, you have your air conditioning furnace, right? It's perfect. 1, 2, punch, fix it if you need it. That's nice. And let's keep moving. Now we're going to go into the first guest room, and these guest rooms are actually not too small. This one is 10 feet 6 inches by 14 feet 6 inches, and big window, of course. The aesthetic throughout the house is the same, with the molding and everything. I like that. Very rustic. It was the year of rustic here at this show. But looking at look at that. That's some good quality construction in there. You don't have board batten anywhere. Like I said, fully taped and textured. That is nice. And, leave us a comment, because I don't know if you know or not, if you've been following. Now, the second guest room is 10 feet 4 inches by 14 feet 6 inches. But if you've been following along, I've been giving out $25 gift cards for some of the best comments on these videos. So the next video, I'm going to be giving out $25 for the best comment on this one. So stick around to the end to see who may have won on the last one. But actually, wait, my last one was a live. And my lives don't get that many views. So you know what? We're going to hold off on that one and this one. So on Wednesday next week, I'm going to give out 2 gift cards, 1 for comments on this one, and 1 for the comments on my live. And if you haven't seen the live, check out that link right up there and go take a peek. But look at this. I love the fact that they have a locker right there. That is nice. Coat hanging right in the bathroom. That is a nice touch. I like that. I really do. I mean, we got a drawer bank right there, 6 drawers. Usually only have 3. That is a nice touch. The countertop, a little bit different from the outside, but I like that. What do you think? And then what I like too is about this is it's separate. If somebody may be in the shower or using the restroom, well, the other family members or people around can wash your hands and get ready with, at the locker and everything. But look at that tub. That is a nice oversized tub, I'd have to say. What do you think? Let me know. And let's come on and move along on this beautiful house. As we spin back out to the, living room and the foyer area, I mean, look at the other side of the foyer. That's a nice entryway. That is nice. I like the mirror, the windows right there by the door as well. I am really digging this house so far. What do you think? Now remember, leave the comments on the video, and then I'm going to pick somebody next week. So remember to do that. We'll have some fun with this. Now we're in the primary. The primary is like a square. It's 14 feet 6 inches by 14 feet 6 inches. This one, has the sliding barn doors. but weirdly, I like the way they look. What do you think? Plenty of room in this primary. I like it. The air in this home is coming from the ceiling. So just to let you know that the registers aren't on the floor. If you want to take a look at some of the Timber Creek standards, pause it right here. Read a little bit of that. But more importantly, click the link in the description. It'll take you directly to this floor plan where you can actually see a lot of the options and see it in person. So do that. And now take a look at this nice, big shower. About a step off of about 5-6 inches. I love the tile. I love the seat there. And you have a couple choices on your shower heads. You have the rain shower head or the wand. And then let's take a peek over at the vanities over here. A drawer bank in the middle. 3 drawers, 1 big one, 2 small ones. Nice sinks. Big mirrors. Get yourself ready in the morning. That is pretty nice there. And as you see, the closet is in the restroom. So we're going to take a look at that in a minute. But look at this freestanding tub. I love that. Now, the only thing I would want is like a shelf next to it. But other than that, I love the way that looks in this little corner. And I love the shape and design of that tub. That's pretty cool. And then walking into the primary closet here, we're checking out a great bit of size. We have the built-in shelves right there, and then you have the shelves all around with the coat rods, nice transom window, a little bit of light let in that closet. That is pretty cool. But overall, I am really digging this home by Timber Creek Housing. If you haven't had a chance, click on the link. Take a look at all of their other homes. I think I have 2 other home tours for Timber Creek so far on the channel, and I am rather amazed at what they're doing. And great quality construction, and they are all about the customer. So make sure you check that out. And thank you for checking out the channel and checking out this video and hanging out with me as I go through these home tours for these few years. But I truly appreciate it, and we're gonna hang out a little longer and talk about this in a moment. So stick around to the end of this video. Let's talk a little bit more about this home. And I have just run out of things to say. Welcome back from Biloxi, everybody. What is your honest opinion of the Shoal Creek 3241 by Timber Creek Housing? Let me know. Give me a 1 if it was meh. Why are you doing this home tour? Well, give me a 2 if it's, standard, cool beans, right, whatever. And give me a 3 if you like it. Maybe tell me why. And if you love it, give it a 4 and tell me more. And with that, next Wednesday, we're going to announce the winner of the best comment for this one. And as a matter of fact, my last video was a live video. And I realized today, live videos are seen a little differently. So I want to give that a little time. So if you haven't seen that video, click the link up there and check it out. And make a comment on that video. Leave a comment on this one. And next Wednesday, I'm going to announce 2 winners for the best comment on both of these videos. So stick around for that next week. And let me tell you a little more about Timber Creek Housing. Timber Creek Housing, like I said in the beginning of the video, is one of the newer manufacturers in the space. As a matter of fact, I'm going to read some of this stuff here. They were established in 2021, right at the end of the pandemic, and they have done an amazing job out of Bear Creek, Alabama, with these homes. Solid, timber tough, built right, and the staff, everyone that I have met from Timber Creek Housing, absolutely. Some of them, as a matter of fact, have already been friends, but the new ones that I have met, these people are wonderful. They're great. They want to take care of you. And as a matter of fact, find a retailer near you by clicking that link in the description below. And the dealerships, just to let you know, for Timber Creek, they cover Alabama, Arkansas, Florida, Georgia, Illinois, Kentucky, Louisiana, Mississippi, Missouri, North Carolina, Oklahoma, South Carolina, Tennessee, and Texas. So if you're in any of those states, click that link in the description below and check out one of the dealerships and see this home in person. And most importantly, get that pricing directly from that retailer, because the pricing could be different from this area to that. So make sure you do that. And like I said, Timber Creek, great company. Check them out at timbercreekhousing.com. And if you want more information about them or in any of their homes or many of the other homes that you'd like to take a look at, go to manufacturedhomes.com and check that out. But I need to get going. I have to hit the road to the next location. Thank you for joining me again. But until next time, remember to live smarter, choose manufactured. Have a wonderful day, and as always, travel easy. I'll see you guys on Wednesday when we give out some money.